Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.
Great day, everyone. This is Dolores Williams with Divine Connections. Hope all is well. I know everyone's preparing for the holidays. So I just want to share a little bit about Divine Connections. We are a magazine that comes out on a quarterly basis where we promote and advertise for different business owners, gospel artists, praise dance, moms, many things going on in the community because there are a lot of great people that's making great things happen. And so we want you to stay connected. If you're interested in the magazine, make sure you go to, or actually email me to let me know that you're interested. You can go to our website, divineconnectionsmagazine.com, and subscribe to stay connected. And then also we're on our social media platforms. You can go to Facebook and like us on Divine Connections Marketing. On our Instagram, it's Divine Connections. And go ahead to our YouTube channel and also like and subscribe there at The Divine Connections. And so I'm so excited that we have a lot of great things going on. Also, by December 31st, go ahead. It's been extended that you can actually nominate yourself, your group. We have over 26 categories. So you want to make sure that you get in to nominate yourself and your group. Go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events. And there you will see a form to fill out. Also, if you're interested in advertising, I have a special going on to the end of December. If you want to get in on the special half page or 4-page, make sure you email me by the end of this month to get the special. And so today we have our special guest, Mr. Jermaine McCall. How are you?
I'm great. How's it going, Dolores?
I'm doing good. So tell us where you're from.
I'm from Alabama. I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama. I lived in Atlanta for a few years, and now I live in upstate New York, in the Albany area, Capital District. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So you have some great things going on. I know you are a financial representative. So tell us a little bit about your business and what you do.
Well, by trade, I'm a financial planner, financial advisor. So I look at the whole financial picture and try to, educate individuals in a way to get on the path to building, generational wealth. And I also partner with a few companies that do credit repair, because sometimes credit is the foundation, and that's the first topic of conversation. Mm-hmm. So, we just try to tackle the hurdles as they go. I'm basically passenger side with all of my clients. They're driving, they're doing the steering. I'm just holding you accountable. Don't run over that. Don't get stopped at this road. Right. I'm looking ahead for you, hopefully, So.
Awesome. So let's go into a little bit of detail of how, if somebody want to get their credit together and they're in a lot of debt, let's go through maybe a small procedure of how your resources can help them.
Well, what I do is I do a consultation. Every case is different. Every profile is different, but it's really, your resume for your life. It's the way people know if they can deal with you. I mean, it does display a lot of behaviors, whether we want to believe it or not. But sometimes we fall on hard times. I mean, we're coming out of the pandemic now, so a lot of the credit will be, in a different space than it was when the pandemic started. So what I try to do is get an idea of where you're looking to go. And we attack the credit report and we try to build it in a way to get you to that next space. So whether it's buying a house, whether it's getting funded for your business, whether it's just cleaning it up once and for all, because it's not going to go anywhere, So if in education, knowing how to take what I teach you and go on and do it for yourself in the future, So that's basically my overview. It's a case by case thing, but it's more
Right.
education and empowering, if anything.
Right. And it's all about the skills that you learn and keeping up with your integrity. So tell us basically what a credit score is. And if it's high, how can it help you? And if it's low, how can it hinder you, I guess you could say.
Well, credit score, I mean, it's basically going to dictate a lot of what you do in life, you know, and what you have access to. The score being high, of course, you're going to get lower rates on
Yeah.
homes, cars, things of that nature. And when you're trying to fund a business, it's looked at more favorable with a higher credit score. You know, they'll extend larger lines of credit at lower rates. So it just keeps you from paying more for some of the same things that someone else who has a better credit score may be paying for. I mean, it's a way that the banks make money. We just want to not let them make too much off of us, if that makes sense. So that's what the credit is for, you know, being in a great position.
Absolutely, because if your credit score is lower, then you'll be paying more. So instead of paying yourself and getting more money for yourself, you'll be paying someone else, correct?
Yes, indeed, indeed. So the
And
higher
then
the score, the better. You know, the FICO score, everyone has a different credit rating, you know, bureau that they pull from. So it's very convoluted. It's a lot of different credit profiles, models, things of that nature. What I like to do is try to attack all three, make sure
mhm,
everything matches across the board. It's cleaning up. It's cleaning up
yeah,
everything for your information. You never know what's reporting inconsistently on the
mhm.
report, and it could be hurting you from getting apartments, homes, low insurance rates, things of that nature. And it could be stuff that we could just get right off that it's not supposed to be on there in a sense. So we don't know what we don't know, but we should be checking that just as much as we check our bank accounts.
Absolutely. It's very important for you to maintain good credit and to keep it going throughout your years as you are an adult, as you're a teenager, as you become parents, and then teaching your kids to do the same thing.
Indeed. And the earlier the better, you know, starting, it's never too early to start your kids. I mean, put them on your authorized cards, you know, start building that credit for them as early as possible. So if they do take on student loans or if they do have to, you know, graduate with debt, at least the credit is not an issue too, to start off in the real world, you know. Um,
Right.
it's a nice foundation to be able to jump from or leap from, as opposed to having to start at from scratch once you've already accomplished school and things of that nature. I think me and you talked about
Yeah.
not having the school debt and
Right.
that being a rare occurrence, you know. So, you know,
Right.
kudos to you for being able to do that. But a lot of times it's still going to be based on your credit and your financial profile, what happens after school, after you get the degree.
Absolutely. So what he's talking about, we discussed a little bit about. I know when I graduated from Winston-Salem State University, I made sure I was not getting any loans and any credit cards during that time when I was in college. And so I was determined not to do that. And so I got good grades and I studied and I did what I had to do. Went to financial aid office and basically demanded some money. And then I eventually got it, graduated with no debt, no credit cards, and then I was able to move on with my life as I graduated. I stayed with my cousins for a couple of years, and then I learned about first-time home buyers workshops. Got that information, and because I paid bills on time, that track record of 2 years, when they looked back into it for the house, it was good. My credit score was good, so I didn't have any problems with getting a house or getting finances for a house because of the activity that I did by just paying bills on time and doing what I was supposed to do because it is recorded as well. And so also I got a house, when I was at the age of 27. And all of that has to do with doing what you need to do, staying abreast, having knowledge of what's out there and what you need to do in advance. So this is information, even if you're in debt, that these are strategies so you can get out of debt to increase your credit score. So if you need a business loan, if you need a loan down the road, or if you need a house or you would love a house, that you wouldn't be paying out 2 or 3 times more than you have to if you do things right and it's a progress as you grow.
Indeed. And I believe that you know, looking at the credit, being that the credit is the first space, then we want to get into behaviors, because if you look
Mhm.
at it, like a lot of things that you're speaking is based on belief and behavior.
Right.
So first of all, you have to have a vision. I like to get the vision in place to know where people are looking to go, so I can be passenger side helping you get there. You know, you have to know your destination and be passionate about the work that it's going to take to get you there. So in other
Right.
spaces where I work in, I definitely protect your life, you know, life insurance. We're seeing a lot of death. We're seeing a lot of mortality. Right now during the pandemic, we're losing a lot of people, and it's not a lot of generational wealth being passed over. It's a lot of grief.
Mm.
I mean, we already have to deal with the loss. So
Right.
outside of that, you don't want to have to deal with finances. And there's ways to set that up now. We just sacrifice a little bit, you know, and scale back on some of the things that we're just throwing money away on. A
Yeah.
lot of times it's not even creating new money. It's just moving the money that you're using incorrectly. So I look at the full picture in that aspect to make sure you have a bulletproof plan and you're on your way, you know, for real to the next level. It's not like, well, I fixed credit, but I didn't fix my behaviors. Well, we'll be back to
Right.
fixing credit again. Or I don't
Right.
manage my money well. So what's the use of fixing the credit if we are not educated in that space? So I do a full overview, a full education. I make sure you understand what we're doing. And I make sure it's something that you can maintain on your own once I'm done, and you just use me as a resource going forward. So that's a big
Absolutely.
part of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So go ahead and give them some information how they can contact you if they have any questions, maybe about that or want to be in your program.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually give out my personal phone number,
Okay.
because I like to do consultations. I like to talk to people. I think a lot of the social media, sometimes it's a good connection, but sometimes it's good to get a real physical connection and just hear from you. You
Right.
know, hear where you are, talk in real time.
Hmm.
We can do the formal setups and things of that nature, but my phone number, I'm upstate New York, so area code 518-650-3971. It's 518-650-3971. So I start that way. I can also, you know, receive email. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook. I'm Jermaine Vigilante McCall. Vigilante coming from, you know, my former entertainment life, you know, still got a hand in entertainment, music and entertainment. And that's another space that I work in to educate
Okay.
artists who are kind of making it rain, to
Yeah.
hold some of that for the future when it stops
Uh-huh.
raining. So you know, it's a lot of it's just a need in every sector, and especially for our people, as far as just financial literacy and generational wealth. It takes decades to build this generational wealth, and I believe we really have to get started right now. So again, the number is 518-650-3971. Give me a call.
Awesome. 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 So give us a little insight on, you said something about earlier about insurance and how
Mhm.
insurance has to do with your credit. So give us a little insight about that.
Well, insurance that I mentioned that has to do with your credit is more on like your car insurance and things of that nature.
Okay.
And life insurance, in some instances, they do look at your credit. They do look at how you're maintaining, because a lot of times that speaks to how you're living your life a little bit. You know,
Mhm.
they don't go too in depth. I know with car insurance and things like that, the credit score can definitely be a bearing on how easy things are approved, how your rates are, things of that nature. But what I tie the insurance portion into is just livelihood and legacy. So I'm looking more at the life insurance side, disability things, because if you don't protect yourself, then who's there to make the money?
Right.
You know, and if you pass away today, like what does your family have? You know,
Right.
besides the GoFundMe. Like I don't mind the GoFundMe's just on a generous thing. But as
Right.
far as GoFundMe's to just bury my loved one, it's unnecessary in 2020. And we definitely have to do better. And I know we're seeing that reality a lot more. So I
Yeah.
just like to have conversations around everywhere you're looking to go, and just educate you along the way. But this is definitely an important topic. It's been an important topic for us, but I
Yeah.
think we're seeing it. It's a little bit more in our face right now.
Yeah.
Everyone's having time to think. So, you know, let's come out of this winning. You know,
Right.
we've lost enough, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was going to say leave some encouraging words.
Encouragement wise, I just think if you see it, you can achieve it. You know,
Yeah.
I believe vision is everything, and we start with the vision. And if you don't have that, it's fine. We'll work on getting that together. You know, so I believe whatever we can't do what we can't see. So me personally, growing up, having seeing how finance just ravished my community, seeing how we didn't have things, I didn't have the knowledge, didn't even know what was going on to a certain extent. So once I got in this space, I became passionate about just giving the information and empowering everyone and going from there. So my thing is just have a vision, and if you don't have it, just have faith, have a belief, and be optimistic. Be very optimistic, because we're just talking about information. We're not talking about something that's just been created today. You don't have to be a special individual, anything like that. Doesn't matter your background. It just matters getting started and learning what you don't know right now from sources that can provide it to you. You know, so that's
Absolutely. Absolutely. So give us a little bit about if you have resources or thoughts about generational wealth, and we'll end with that.
generational wealth. What I like to do is I like to break things down into 4 sectors. I try to get people in the mindset of not having all your eggs in one basket, in a sense.
Yeah.
You know, because we'll store a lot of money in savings, but there's a certain amount that's too much saved. And some of this money you should have working for you for the future, some in risky avenues, some in less risky avenues. So I think just diversification, first of all, and getting people to understand what that even is and how to invest some of what you're just throwing away every month. I sit down, and what I do is I look at your finances, I look at what you spend every month, and I try to find a surplus at the end of that. And out of that surplus, I only take a third to put to work for you. So I'm not disrupting any of your extra money. I'm not disrupting your play money or anything. I'm just capturing the leakage and putting that in place. And if you start doing that, that in itself can start you on the path of generational wealth. Just capturing $50 a month here, putting it, to work for you outside of savings and things of that nature. So we definitely work on all the building blocks. If you don't know how to save, I'll show you how to do that. Credit. But the main thing is, having other avenues, your 401k at your job, investments, if you have real estate, businesses, life insurance, you can grow money in that tax-free. And then your savings being just one of those 4 things, as opposed to the only thing. Because, we know how to hold cash and save and save and save, but, you have depreciation, you have things that could come and clear your bank account out, So you have to be positioned in several ways. So I think that's in a layman way to explain it. That's generational wealth, just diversification and making sure you have your money growing for you in some aspect.
Awesome. So thank you so much. Give your number out again. So if they're interested and would like to talk with you or connect with you about anything dealing with what we talked about, give your information again, please.
So it'll be 518-650-3971. My name is Jermaine McCall. Financial planner, credit consultation specialist. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. It starts from a conversation. And I know a lot of times when we throw these links out here, and sometimes people will click on them, sometimes people will follow up, but when we get on the phone, we're gonna figure it out. So give me a call. Let's do it old school.
Right. Awesome. It still works. Old school still works. Sometimes it's almost better. That's right. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Jermaine, for coming on today. Make sure you share and like this video. Thank you so much. Stay connected with us. We'll continue to grow. Thank you for being my guest today. And you all, this is Dolores Williams with Divine Connections Magazine. Make sure you stay connected with the #1 divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. Have an awesome day. Thanks.
Amen. Have a good one. Thank you.
You as well.
Bye-bye.
Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now. Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution. So get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now.